Welcome to this video on the series of shortcut keys on Microsoft Excel. This is our 15th video on the shortcut keys of Microsoft Excel. If you have not watched other 14 videos, I will share the link on the description. This 15th video, we are going to see the shortcut keys of data forms. Basically, what is the data form? Data form is very fewly used. Very few people are using this data forms. Data forms is by default, it's not available on your ribbon or tab. You have to activate the data forms. Data forms will be very useful when you have a huge data. If you have a very huge data, to enter a new data, if you want to edit it, if you want to delete it, this data form will be very useful, right? So let us take this example. Here we can see the columns are more and even the rows are also more. We have invoice number, date. We have a very big, I think more than 20 columns are available here and more than 1000 rows are available here. Now I want to edit this data. I want to modify this. I want to add a new data into this table. So we can use the data forms. As I told, by default, the data form may not be available on your tab or ribbon. You have to activate it. How can I activate this? 2 or 3 methods available. One is you can go to the quad area. You can see this quad area. Either you can make a right click on the quad area. After making a right click on the quad, you can see there is an option called as Customize Quick Access Toolbar. So you can click on the Customize Quick Access Toolbar. First method. Second method, on the quad on the right hand side, there is an arrow symbol available. If you click on the arrow symbol, under the arrow symbol, you can see there is an option called as More Commands. Second method. Third method, File. You can go to the Office button called as File. Under File, you can go to the Options at the last Options. And here you can find the Customize Quick Access Toolbar. Okay. So you can use any one of the 3 options. All the 3 options will route into the same screen. So after coming to the screen, you can note this popular commands. What is this popular commands? This most frequently used commands in Excel will be available here. Instead of the popular commands, I can click here and I can say commands not in the ribbon. These are all the commands which is not available in the ribbon. You can click on the commands not in the ribbon. So these are all the options which is not available on the ribbon. You can manually scroll down and you can find here, manually scroll down here and you can find an option, or you can press the first letter for form, F, and you can find this option called as forms. Okay, there is a forms options available here. Either you can make a double click on this form or you can click on the add button. Either double click on it or add this. Simple. So I can make a double click or click on the add button. Now you can see the form is added to your quad. On the quad area, you can see the form is added. Now let me click on OK here. Right? So I'm going to click on OK. That's it. Now you can see the data form is available. So you can click on the data form and you can open the data form. Where this will be useful for editing or deleting your data or even modifying your data also. Let us see some shortcut keys. I want to move to the next field. So I am in the field number invoice number. I want to go to the invoice date. So you can use the tab key to move to the next field. Similarly, if you want to go to the previous field, you can use shift tab to go to the previous field. But I want to go to the next record. Now I am in the invoice number 11,001. I want to go to the next invoice number. You can press enter. Enter will go to the next field. Right? Next record. Similarly, if you want to go back, you can use the shift enter. Shift enter will go to the previous field. Enter will go to the next field. Shift enter will go to the previous field. I want to jump 10 records. Each 10 records. So you can use page down. You can see it moves by 10 records. Similarly, page up. It will go to the 10 records before, earlier 10 records, previous 10 records. Page down will go to the next 10 records, page up will go to the previous 10 records. Okay, suppose I want to enter a new record. New record here. So you can use another shortcut key, that is control page down. Here you can notice it has turned into a new record, where you can enter a new record. For example, I am going to enter some record here. I am going to enter some new record and I am entering a new date here, some date. Okay, I am entering a new date here. Right? Like this, I am entering a new feature. So when I enter new things and I press enter, this record will be added to your source data. Let me check that. If I close this and I press Control down arrow, go to the last row. So you can see the new record which I have entered has been updated here. So Control page down is for entering a new record. Once again, let me go to the data form. Now I have entered the new record by pressing Control page down. Suppose I am in some other cell, I am in some record, some other record here. Now I want to go to the very first record. So you can use Control page up. Control page up, it goes to the very first record. Right? Suppose assume that I am in the customer name here. Customer name, I want to go to the beginning of the field. I want to edit something on the beginning of the field. You can use the home. It will go to the beginning of the field. End, it will go to the end of the field. So I have just explained what are all the shortcut keys available in the data form. Data form is another very useful method where we can enter a new record, we can edit a record, you can even modify it, you can search a record by the criteria, which I will show it in a separate video. We will create a separate video where we can learn all the other features of data forms. Okay. See you in the next video.